This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I am here with Simply Smiles. Since 2016, Smiles the Clown has really becoming one of the best Denver entertainers for children, not only here in Denver, but in the surrounding areas. Entertainment company, let's start off a little bit about yourself. Daniel, share with me a little bit. This is something you began when you were really a college student, lived in Illinois. You found Denver here. Obviously, you liked it. Share with me a little bit how this all got started for you.
Well, unfortunately, the most valuable skill I picked up in liberal arts college was how to make balloon animals. So I was running a balloon company in my college town for a couple of years after I finished undergrad. Learned how to do some face painting, a little bit of magic, some balloon decorations, and I quickly realized that I really enjoyed the work and the money was better than I thought it was, so I decided I'd make it my full-time job. And here I am. I moved out to Denver about a year and a half ago, and I've been loving it.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. You're a young guy. You realize that our youth anymore, we're immersed in high-tech technology. We got little things in our hands that we're playing with. It seems to me that kids are being less and less exposed to the live arts. They're being less exposed to live entertainment. Is this something that you're definitely happy to introduce to kids back here in Denver?
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to actually be able to do some live entertainment instead of having a bunch of kids that are just playing video games together or watching a movie at their party. Instead, they get to be exposed to something that, I was never exposed to it as a kid. I never had a clown at my birthday party.
That is exactly right. I think one of the reasons why people are seeing less and less of this is the fact that it might be hard just to find somebody of quality, somebody that'll come out and do what they're going to do and not charge an arm and a leg. Why is making this affordable something that is important to you?
Well, I have to make it affordable in order to actually, have some customers. But at the same time, I don't want to just have my services only be for people who can afford to pay a whole bunch for an entertainer. I like to have different options with my company so that if you want to go all out, you can, but if you don't have a lot of money to spend, that you can still have an awesome entertainer at your party.
Excellent. Let me ask you this, regardless of the event, be it a birthday party, a school event, a church event, the adults, they put out invitations, they put out announcements, the kids are expecting it. Why is reliability a real big factor here in this kind of business?
Well, it's tough, because somebody might build their entire party around the fact that I'm going to be there. I might be doing a little show for the kids and they need that 30 minutes or that hour that to put some structure into their party. They're planning when they're going to have cake, when they're going to open their presents, when people are going to come. And if I'm not there on time or if I'm not there at all, it just completely throws off these moms who might not have a backup plan.
Absolutely. Let's start off first of all, before we talk about some of the services you guys offer, let's start off first of all, why do you think a clown is still popular today? Clowns have been popular for centuries. Why is it amazing, a dimension, something you can add to your party that just kind of brings light to it?
Well, to clarify, I probably only wear a clown costume about 15 or 20% of the time when I work. And people's first instincts is to say, oh, I'm afraid of clowns. I don't want a clown at my party. But I find that almost everyone I talk to says, hey, I'm scared of clowns, but I'm not afraid of you. One of the big benefits of that is, in addition to all the technical skills that I can bring, the balloon animals, the face painting, and things like that, in my opinion, the best part about being a clown is those kids, they immediately know that you're the fun guy, because you might just look like a regular dad otherwise, but if you're in a costume, these kids, you don't have to spend 15 minutes introducing yourself and warming them up to the fact that they can have fun with you. You're just immediately, it breaks down all of those barriers, and that's what I really like about it.
That is very cool. Let's start off with some of the services here. Let's start off with the first one that really started you out, which is balloon twisting, balloon art. This is not only something that an artist has to be real good at, but I imagine you have to be pretty fast at as well. I've seen the lines go up.
Yes, the lines do go up, and they usually stay up depending on the situation. But one of the really nice things about balloon twisting is you can modify your designs. I can make a dinosaur with 5 balloons or with 1 balloon. If I have to do 40 kids in an hour, I can do that. If I have to do 8 kids in an hour, I can modify my designs to be even fancier to handle that. So it's really nice to be able to do a variety of structures and be able to modify your designs. And I love it when people ask me for something I've never made before, like an armadillo armadillo or a peacock or a motorcycle. You'd be amazed what the kids will ask for.
Pretty amazing. You can come off the top of your head and start putting some together like that. Basically, you're more than just the clown. You're more than just yourself anymore. This is really an entertainment company that you're building here. So you're able to provide variety, not only twist and balloons, but balloon decor. Why do you think that's an important aspect that you've put together?
Well, one of the things that I realized that I like to do is I like to be the one guy that they could hire for all their party needs. If you just make balloon animals, but they also want face painting or some magic, then they got to call around to a couple different companies. For me, I would much rather just only have a quarter of the clients and be there the whole party. You know, show up early, make a balloon arch, do some balloons and face painting for the kids, tear down afterward, and call it a day with one big party instead of 2 or 3 little ones.
That is fantastic. So let me ask you, the face painting. That's another area that you're pretty fast at, and also you can do them quick, or you can make them pretty intricate as well. Is that something that kids still seem to love?
Yeah, kids really love it, and that's another benefit of variety, because you never know what a kid is going to like. Some of them are afraid that a balloon might pop. Some of them don't like something on their face. So you can really, it's more about the entertainment than about the technical skills. So if you have all these tools at your disposal, you can entertain them in a ton of different ways.
Excellent. Smiles the clown, like you say, he doesn't show up at every event, but for those folks that do want a clown there, I understand this is a guy that not only can walk in and liven up your event, but sometimes he can actually ride in on one wheel. Tell me about that.
Well, riding a unicycle is a lot of fun. It was hard to learn at first, but like anything, once you practice for a couple dozen hours, it becomes very easy. One of the things I like best about unicycling is that everyone has something to say to you. I'll ride it down the street to the park, and I've got random people on the sidewalk, you know, calling out to me, telling me that I look like I'm, you know, really cool, you know.
That's got to be great, a great wow factor for a party. Yeah. I mean, I imagine the guests are leaving there still talking about it weeks later. One of the things also is the fact that, I mean, you're able to juggle different activities, be it face painting or balloons, but also juggling balls, I think, is something that not only young kids enjoy, but adults are pretty fascinated with as well.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one, because the kids and the adults like it for different reasons. The adults are impressed by the technical tricks, but once you start juggling for a couple minutes, you see the kids' eyes, you know, start to glaze over a little bit because they can't tell the differences. And that's the perfect time to toss your balls up in the air and drop them on your head and fall down, and the kids really love that.
Excellent. What is the best ages that you think you accommodate, and what is a typical show? How long do they normally last that you're able to go in and actually entertain folks?
Well, I found what works really well for me, both from a business perspective and a performance standpoint, is to do 2-hour parties. Normally, I'll spend about 45 minutes on balloons and 45 minutes on face painting. Do about 20 minutes of sitting the kids down, doing some juggling, a couple bigger balloons, a little bit of magic. And then, you know, you spend that last 10 minutes fixing the kids' balloons that they broke or making something special for the birthday girl.
That is great. Speaking of magic, that's another thing that I say any type of age is great for. Illusions, a little magic, a little comedy. Are those all the things that really you mix throughout?
Yeah, I really love variety. I love to mix and match. I don't do traditional stage magic like a specialist magician would, but I do really enjoy in between the balloons or in between the face painting. Like if I've got a large line of, 10 kids that are waiting, every time you cycle through your 10 kids, you break out your magic for 2 minutes to keep them entertained while they're waiting. Or you do it for the grown-ups who didn't get a balloon animal or didn't get a face painting, something like that.
That is very cool. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see basically is his contact information. This is a gentleman that basically came out here to Denver with a passion for really bringing entertainment to folks out there. Once again, this is entertainment of balloons, face painting, a clown that can come out, you name it, he can mix and match and really customize what it is he's going to be doing for your party out there. Let me ask you this, the size of the party that you're able to provide for. You have a lot of apprentices that are working with you. Are you able to just come out by yourself, or you also have a team that you can bring out if maybe you have a bigger event?
For most events, I usually work by myself. I'm able to modify my speed a little bit to handle different sizes of parties, but every now and then you have those events that are going to have, instead of 30 kids that are there, there's going to be 100. And if you want to get balloons for every single one of them, it's nice to be able to have multiple people. So in those situations, like a school carnival or like a big church event or like a big Relay for Life or something like that, then you might want to have 2 or 3 people who can all do balloons or all do face painting. So it's really nice for me to be able to have a team that I know I can count on to back me up in those situations.
Excellent. Like you said, this was basically something that grew to be a passion of yours. You realized it was something you really enjoyed. Has this been rewarding for you, bringing this to the kids and watching kids' face lights up?
It's great. I really enjoy, because everyone is really nice to me. They see an awesome balloon that I make and they say, wow, you're so good at that. They don't call me on the phone and say, hey, why did my insurance bill go up, like they used to before I started doing balloon animals. And another thing that I really like is the scheduling. Like, I mostly work parties on the weekends and sometimes in the evening, which frees me up during the week to go out and go camping or go skiing when everybody else is at work or in school.
That is very cool. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you can find out some of the services they offer out there. Everything from balloon art, balloon decor. We're talking about face painting, a little bit of magic for the kids. Really, this is a variety entertainer that basically is able to provide non-stop, great fun for kids. Something that, like he said, he wasn't exposed to. I can't say I was exposed to. And it's very exciting in a world right now where kids are hooked on their electronics. This is a great way for them to look up, smile, and interact with one another. Once again, that is Simply Smiles, located here in Denver, Colorado. Brand new for 2016. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.